guys, it's Brooke from the Vintage Gardener. Welcome back to my channel. Yes, I'm wearing my hat because I was outside today because it was 50 degrees, which is like positively balmy compared to what we've been having here in New Jersey. And I was taking like the silt barrier down from around my shrubs because I think the next bed of snow we're getting is not that much. And I was also moving my winter sowing containers to a more central location. And so I had a hat because although it's 50, it's not that warm. And, you know, I sweated and I've got naturally curly African hair. So, you know, curly hair plus the hat plus sweat equals not a pretty sight. So I didn't have time to fix my hair before doing this video, so I'm just leaving the hat on. So y'all are just gonna have to deal with it today. So anyway, this is a question and answer that was inspired, well actually it was requested by Marjorie from JazzyButterflyGarden. She wanted to know where I got my seeds because I've been posting all these pictures of my winter sowing and I'm still not done. And I think at this point I've planted 59 different varieties of plants, and like I said, I still have stuff to go. So it's a little crazy, but that's okay. So anyway, I am not one, I know there's some YouTubers who, for example, only get their seeds from like certain, like, you know, one, like for example, Johnny's, which don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against them. But I'm not like that. I pretty much will, it just depends upon what I like. I like unique flowers, and so you can't always get them from, you know, just one place. So I actually, I thought there was 13, but one just popped in my head, which is number 14. I'm gonna say that one first because I didn't write it down. Park Seed. So last year I got some things from Park Seed. I know it was like the apricot cosmos and that sort of thing. I like their stuff. They had some unique things. The one thing I would say is that they did not give you a lot of seeds in the pack. And so for me, you know what, if I had a small yard, it would have been fine. Like the yard that I had at my last house, that probably would have been fine. But this year I added it all together and I have 3,000 square feet of growing space. And it's only gonna get bigger because I'm gonna be expanding the garden. You know, at the end of the day, I want like 90% of my yard to be flower beds, like flowers. So yeah, just little 25 seeds here and there just ain't gonna cut it for little mama. So Park, I like you, but you need to step up your game with the seed quantities. That's all I'm saying, okay? The next one is Botanical Interest. I get a lot of seeds from Botanical Interest. I started out getting my vegetables from there because they have a lot of heirloom varieties, and of course it's non-GMO. They do have a lot of flowers. They have a lot of old-fashioned flowers, which I absolutely love. And around here, a number of the garden centers carry them. The person who has the most is Dambly's Garden Center, which is in Williamstown. They pretty much have almost the complete line of Botanical Interest seeds. And so it's like they have one side is, you know, fruits and vegetables, and the other side is flowers. And so if I'm looking for Botanical Interest seeds, I usually go there because they're gonna have it. And if they don't have it, like for example, like right now when they're doing their seed shipment, I will actually say, hey, can you ask about this? And they'll order additional stuff for me if I tell them how much I want. The next one is Baker's Creek. This is the first year I've ordered from there. I got the pink dandelion from there. I got like the Flemish antique poppy. They have a lot of very unique varieties, and that's something I really, really like because for me, I'm all about the unique flowers. I mean, granted, the stuff that I'm growing, you're not gonna see. I know the reason I'm growing it is because you aren't gonna see it in the garden center, but even in spite of that, I still like having unique finds. I like to have the one-of-a-kind, you know, flowers in my yard. The dandelions, I think they only gave me 15 of those, but when it came to the poppies, there was like 600 in each pack, which was great because with the poppies, you can grows those kind of close together, like some of them like 6 inches apart. And so, you know, a lot of places it's like, oh, they give you 100, but you know, when you put them in a container, like you gotta plant like, you know, 4 or 5 of them in one container just to make sure you get germination. So anyway, that's another one I like, and I like their varieties. Then there's Renee's Garden. They're also heirloom seeds. I can't remember how I found out about them, but I know last year when I went to the Philadelphia flower show, I knew about them, and the PHS store actually had the complete line of Renee's Garden seeds. So I went the first day, because I'm a member, I'm the membership level to get to 2 free tickets. So I went the first day, and I got a bunch. And then like the second to the last day, I went and, or maybe it may have been the last day, and by that point they were just discounting stuff, so I picked up a ridiculous amount of seeds last year for really cheap, because I think by the second time I went, I think it was like 50% off, so it was great. And I do have a video on that. I'll see if I can try to link it somewhere up in here. And then I get some seeds from Hudson Valley Seed. I'm trying to think what I got from there. I know I did a midnight mix that I planted this year. I got some vegetables, so I got like red corn and blue corn, and I think there's a pansy mix that I did not plant yet. I need to go do that. And there's a couple other ones, and I know, I did some hibiscus and stuff from them. The thing I really like about the Hudson Valley seeds is they have, some of the plants have these beautiful, they have the beautiful packets that are like like they're actual artwork, so it's gorgeous. They have a decent amount of seeds. Then there, of course, is Burpee. And honey, I ain't turning my nose up at Burpee because they got a lot of stuff. So if I see something by Burpee, I'll grab it. I'll grab it because that's readily accessible. Then there's Fairy Morris, which you can find in Walmart, Lowe's, I don't know, and again, Home Depot. Actually, Burpee you can too. Fairy Morris has a lot of stuff. In fact, I think Fairy Morris's selection is even bigger than Burpee. So Fairy Morris has just a lot of, they have a lot of vegetables, a lot of herbs. It's pretty, you know, they have pretty decent selection. And like I said, I've gotten stuff from them and like zinnias and that sort of thing. It's good. As a matter of fact, they recently came out with like a salmon cream sweet pea. I planted that already. And then number 7 is swallowtail seeds. They do, some of the poppies, they do have they give you a lot of seeds, which I liked. They had a lot of different types of sweet pea, because I know last year I ordered a lot of sweet pea from there, and I only planted half last year, so I'm planting the last of it this year. So I'm gonna have a ridiculous amount of sweet pea, but I really liked it. They also had the Lingholm hybrid Metacopsis poppy. I know I got some, and I know Brad from Garden Evolution also got some. So they've got great stuff. Then there's Johnny's, which you've probably heard everybody rave about. They do have a lot of selection. I am not knocking them for that. Some of, like I said, you know, the issue for me is that because I have a lot of space, some of the seed pack quantities are just a little too small for me. And so a lot of what I was finding is that I was having to order like maybe 2 and 3 packets of something, which, you know, even if it's $2, like you start ordering 3, sometimes depending upon the thing, 4 packets, it's still adding up. So I was looking for places that had higher quantities for good prices. So a couple of the places that I found, like number 1, Swallowtail has good quantity. Also My Seed Needs, it's a family owned company. They give you a lot of seeds. As a matter of fact, I need to order some more Bells of Ireland because I think they gave you like 400 in a pack. They just had high quantities and I really, really liked it. And they also have really beautiful seed packets too. And then let's see, for sunflowers, the biggest selection of sunflowers is a place called sunflowerselects.com. And you have to order at least $15 of product. But the thing is, they give you a ridiculous amount of sunflowers in each packet, and they usually give you additional free packet of seeds, like a new breed they're coming out with that they want people to try. I'm trying to think, how many did I get last year? I think I got 7 different varieties of sunflower, and I don't think I even planted them all, but I planted like some of each of those seeds this year. So there's gonna be definitely a lot of sunflowers this year. And then let's see, heritage seeds. You know what? I saw this in a farmer's market, and they had a lot of vegetable seeds, and I just grabbed them. Like I said, if it's a seed, I'll grab it. They had this like Mother Hubbard squash that was very warty looking that I thought was cool. And I think it was mostly just vegetable things I grabbed from them. Then another place that has a lot of higher quantities is Outside Pride. So with Outside Pride, if you guys remember from the earlier video when I talked about my the color wheel scheme, I ordered the wildflower seed mixes. I got that from Outside Pride. Outside Pride has a phenomenal amount of perennials, annuals, grasses, herbs. I think they even have vegetables. I just didn't look at those. And vines and all kinds of stuff. And all of their quantities are much higher. So if you're like me and you have a large planting area, or even like if you're wanting to get into like flower farming or, you know, that sort of thing, definitely a place that you should look up. I think the smaller packets are $5, but it usually comes with at least 1,000 seeds. So it's like big quantities. And then last but not least, this year I found out about geoseeds from Nicole at Flower Hill Farm. And because that's where a lot of florists get them from, I think that's where they get their seed stock. And that catalog was like 50+ pages, and the thing is, there were no pictures. That's the one downside with that, is that there are no pictures of the flowers, so you actually have to look everything up. And all the names are like, it's the Latin name, so that involved a lot of research on my part, but it was so worth it. They had like every seed imaginable and then some. I picked up some, like for example, Green Wizard Rudbeckia. Absolutely, I can't wait to get my hands on it. I think the minimum seed count is 100, and so they had it in 2 quantities. They had like the trade packs, and then they had the bulk orders. And you know, a lot of the seeds I were getting was like, you know, I think the smallest was like 100. Most of them are like 200, 500. They were really big quantities. And so I'm really excited about that. That's the order that I'm waiting for. And I can't wait till it gets here. So anyway, guys, those are the 14 places that I get my seeds. Like I said, there's others, because I know like Eden Brothers has seeds. I know there's a place called Select Seeds. I know that there's a place called like the Seed Exchange, or like Southern Seed Exchange, Northern Seed Exchange. There's really a lot of seed companies out there, and you just have to kind of, you know, search around, find something you like. The ones that I've had really good germination rates with everything. And yeah, I just have. The one thing I would say is, like, if you're looking for, I like geoseeds the best because they had the most variety. The other thing is that because they had it broken down, like one thing you may not realize is that with every type of plant, even like snapdragons, bachelor buttons, whatever have you, there are annual varieties, and there are also perennial varieties. So there are some perennial snapdragons which are hardy. I think the one I'm getting is like hardy to zone 6, and I think it's like a lemon sherbet or something. So what I think I really liked about it is when I was looking at the thing, you know, the way they have their key done, you can tell which one are perennial. So, you know, for example, if I was getting bachelor buttons, although I did get some that were annuals, I made sure to get like one that was perennial and that sort of thing. And the other thing I really liked about geoseeds, and also I think Outside Pride did, they had this as well, is that they sell seeds like in color. Like they have colors. Not everything is mixes. The one thing that is a source of slight irritation to me is that a lot of times when you buy seeds, they're seed mixes. They're not all of one color. And especially when you're doing a color wheel theme, you know, listen, I like bachelor buttons, but I just want, like, I want them in separate colors. And so that was the one thing I liked about GeoSeeds, is that when you order stuff, you could order specific, colors. And, you know, with part of the parterre garden, like in the center, I want to do a pattern planting with various colors. So like, for example, do a circle and then, you know, like the first circle is red, you know, yellow, like that sort of thing. And so it really only works if you have like individual seed colors. So that's the thing that's the advantage I saw with GeoSeeds. Now, the GeoSeeds does have mixes, it's just I did not purchase them. So anyway, I probably will be getting a lot more seeds from GeoSeeds. And actually, you know what, listen, I ain't going to tell you I ain't going to buy stuff from all these people, because I will buy stuff from all these people. It just depends upon what I need. But as of right now, there's 14 places that I get seeds from, and of course I'm always looking to add from my list. So if you guys have some different places that I didn't mention, hit me up and I will look into those too. So anyway guys, I hope you found that interesting, and I'll try to put links to all of the websites in the description box, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!